Okay, hi everyone. Today we will be learning about lowest common multiple, or in short, LCM. So how can we find the lowest common multiple of few numbers? Okay, in this example we will just use two numbers, and to start off with it, let me come up with a question. What is the lowest common multiple of let me say just 18 and let's say 30. Okay, what is the lowest common multiple of 18 and 30? So let's first begin by writing out what are the multiples. Okay, so for now let's start off with a simpler one, because we can leave this to for the other method. Okay, let's start off with a smaller number, so I can show you what exactly is considered the lowest common multiple. Let's say just use 2 and 5. Okay, so firstly, to solve this, we will find the multiples of 2 first. So multiples of 2 is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and so on. And we will do the same multiples of 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. So for this case, we can see the lowest multiple will be this, will be 10, the lowest common ones, because 5 is not found here and all these numbers are not. The lowest multiple that is common between these two will be 10. And okay, so this will be the answer. The answer will be the lowest common. Okay, or you can just say LCM of 2 and 5. It depends on your teacher, so you can either write short form or you can just spell out the whole thing, lowest common multiple. So lowest common multiple of 2 and 5 is 10. Okay, this is a simple example to show you what is lowest common multiple. And so now let's move on to trying to solve this one. Okay, so if you see, if we use the same method to solve this, you see it will come out to be very large numbers, and it may go on and on. Okay, so 18, 15, 16, 54, you see. So there's many more multiples of 30 will be 30, 60, 90, and so on. And so on, right? But I would like to show you another way how to solve this, because if you see, you will have to put a lot more numbers here and a lot more numbers here to find the lowest common multiple. But we can also solve it by prime factorization. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so we can solve this by prime factorization. So we first break down 18 and 30 into its prime factors. Let's see. Okay, 18 divided by 2, 9, divided by 3, you get 3, divided by 3, you get 1. So we can say that 18 is equals to 3 to the power of 2 times 2. And we do the same for 30. 30 we can divide by 2, divide by 5, and 3. Okay, if you are not really clear on why I'm doing this, you can go and check my previous video on prime factorization. So basically it's just breaking down the number into its product of prime factors. So 5, 3 becomes 1. Right, so we can say that 30 is equals to 3 times 5 times 2. 5 times 2. Okay, so here's a part where how we can find out the lowest common multiple from this. We will take the highest power of each base. This is the base, this is the index, or you can say this is the power of 2. So we will get the we will get the highest power of each number. So you see 3 here, we will compare with 3 square. So 3 square is higher than this because 3 is 3 to the power 1 and this 3 to the power 2. So we write down 3 squared. Okay, you see there's no 5 here. So basically we can just think of nothing here, and this is the higher one. So since there's nothing, we will just use 5. And for 2 is the same, so we will just use 2, right? And we can say this is the lowest common multiple. Yeah, you found the solution. This is a solution. So 3 squared is 9. 9 times 5, 45 times 2. Okay, 90. So the lowest common multiple of 18 and 30 is 90. Yeah, this is your final answer. And in fact, you can do a small little check by just dividing 90. Okay, dividing 90 divided by 18, you can see it's 5, and 90 divided by 30, it will be 3. So you do this check to see if it is divisible. If it's divisible, there's higher chance that you are not doing anything wrong. But yeah, that's about it for lowest common multiple.